is happening already in these states. And 99% of people don't even know what's going on. The New York Post, the left just can't get over its love of harmful lockdowns. Fauci's mania just won't go away, despite the deadly strains of the virus having been gone for 2 years now, and yet the recent outbreak of a mild flu-like variant is again stoking panic on the left and by left-leaning media outlets. Nearly 100 universities are requiring masks this fall. Lionsgate movie studios in Los Angeles and Atlanta-based Morris Brown College just stated that they are reinstating not just mask mandates, but also social distancing measures and contact tracing as well. CNN, which led the panic in 2020 and 2021, causing manic school, restaurant and business shutdowns, and syringe-injected Kool-Aid mandates, recently put out a headline on its website that encouraged its readers not to go outside without a mask on. And the LA Times and Yahoo News, pandemic lockdown saved millions of lives. So, of course, Ron down in Florida is angry about that. And so, of course, naturally, Ron down in Florida is angry about him. And here's what he said during the debate about pandemic lockdowns. It was a massive mistake. It should have never happened.
Here's the thing. Why are we in this mess? Part of it, and a major reason, is because how this federal government handled COVID-19 by locking down this economy. It was a mistake. It should have never happened.
And in Florida, we led the country out of lockdown. We kept our state free and open.
And in Florida, we led the country out of lockdown. We kept our state free and open.
And I can tell you this, as your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down.
I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down. You don't take somebody like Fauci and coddle him. You bring Fauci in, you sit him down, and you say, Anthony, you are fired.
And just wait until you hear what Yahoo News and the LA Times had to say about that coming up in this video. So stay tuned, everyone. And warnings from TSA officials, Alex Jones and others about September lockdowns and mask mandates that we all need to be paying attention to and getting ready. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin, K-E-V-I-N in all caps, youtube.com/@Kevin247 or Kevin Prepper. Don't forget to get your Lockdown Survivor t-shirts, Lockdown Defender, or my personal favorite, Straight Outta Lockdown. I've got links in the description down below, as well as several other important links, important information, all of which 100% free for you guys. Waking folks up to the truth, access to facts, information, how to get ready, get better prepared, be in a group, a collective group of like-minded people focused on these same primary goals. And also, let's get to 73. Let's take this channel to 73,000 subscribers on the road to 73, then 74, 75, and so on and so forth. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much. And I got to tell you, massive churn in the labor market slows, layoffs and discharges, voluntary quits, and more on job openings and hires. There's a real issue as to whether we've broken the housing market. The Fed may have crushed both demand and supply at the same time as mortgage rates soar to 7.23%. Now, I've got a link below to more on our local housing market and updates if you're an interested buyer, seller, or investor, or realtor, real estate agent, or broker. So make sure you check those videos out after this one. And MoneyWise lists gripes as high mortgage rates putting buyers and sellers at a standstill and wanting to bring inflation down to 2%, but headline inflation looks like it will be moving back up again. And that's not good. That's not good for hardworking folks out there who are struggling to keep their heads above water, manage to get by from paycheck to paycheck with the struggles and the intense, insanely high cost of living, insolvency, nightmare, and liquidity crisis that we are already seeing right now. With so many emails, messages, direct messages, folks on Patreon messaging me and contacting me, telling me I'm tired of being broke. How do I stop being broke? How do I get over being broke? How can I no longer be broke? I can't keep living like this, living broke. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there are so many different things happening that I can't even begin to list them all. However, when it comes to your money, when it comes to no longer being broke, That's a conversation that we can have. And another shocking and very alarming statement coming from the mouth of another wealthy billionaire who would more than likely welcome the idea of lockdowns and the restart of pandemic 2.0. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I really hope that doesn't happen because I would hate to miss out on opportunities like these. Is it free?
Don't play me your song.
Oh wow. What's the season on the shrimp?
If you really plan this
This is all really, really good. Really good. Steak, the eggs, the grits. I'm about to get on this biscuit, the coffee, the shrimp. Hey, do me a favor and put the butter on there.
On where?
On that one. This is how you do it. Oh, you gonna do it different this time?
Exactly how I do it.
Oh, yeah. That's how you. This is exactly how you do it. You got a 5-star restaurant. You say, I don't need utensils. God gave me these fingers.
Thank you. This is Great Southern. Don't step off the stair behind you. That might be part of theirs.
Oh.
Standalone. So you have this with the restaurant and the sit down, and then you've got the little shack thingy over there. Oh, look, Ziggy's sushi truck.
Okay.
Drinks to go.
They
Oh,
done-
that's too
they
bad
done-
that's not open.
They didn't corner the market.
How did we miss this last time we came here with
We never walked in here.
Lewis and Tristan? Yeah, because we went over there
No.
and got the drink.
We came in over there
Uh-huh.
and went over there. I don't think we ever came to here.
This is where, isn't this where we got the frozen drink
No,
thing?
the drinks are over there. We parked down there
Uh-huh.
and then came in and went inside there and then went to the
Oh.
back and came back out. We never came to this part.
Oh, well that explains way more. I didn't realize. Okay. Never mind.
You ain't know?
Yeah, oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, wow.
She got sweaty butt while sitting.
I thought that was part of the
No.
design.
That's sweaty butt from sitting on it.
So this morning, Michelle and I, we headed out to the beach because we wanted to get a first eye view, boots on the ground, real world insider intel to bring to you guys about the current state of Florida, especially the Panhandle after Hurricane Idalia came through. And on the way, we had to stop and get a little bite to eat. So we made our way in for some steak and eggs and some delicious grits and some amazing coffee. And I know that lockdown's coming means no more of that. And I ain't about that life. Are you? Charlie Munger. I think the best road ahead to human happiness is to expect less. And I think it's going to get tougher. Look, guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. Those are not the words that I want to hear, but almost to be expected from a super wealthy billionaire. What do you think he means by this? Now, he did go on to say, for Munger, old values such as honor, trust, hard work, and frugality are the cornerstones of a fulfilling life. He often mentions the significance of choosing the right spouse as life's most crucial decision, and insists that financial prosperity necessitates living within one's means. Munger has also distilled 2 essential life guidelines. First, he champions lifelong learning as the key to happiness and wealth, and he believes that appropriating great ideas is relatively simple, and the real challenge lies in avoiding foolishness. In the LA Times and Yahoo News, pandemic lockdowns saved millions of lives, so of course Ron down in Florida is angry about him. Here's what he said during the debate about lockdowns. It was a mistake. It should have never happened, and in Florida, we led the country out of lockdown. We kept our state free and open, and I can tell you this, as your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down. Now, Yahoo says that there's a lot there to unpack. And let's start with the most fundamental point. Now, please do not shoot the messenger, because I am merely just sharing to you what Yahoo News and the LA Times had to report. And it says that in the early months of the pandemic, before the injections became widely available and started ringing the cash registers for Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson balance sheets, lockdowns worked, so they say. But work for who? Combined with other non-pharmaceutical interventions such as masking and social distancing, they slowed the spread of the disease, saving millions of people from falling ill, landing in the hospital, or worse, dying. Now, a lot of folks are actually telling me that they're seeing some of these NPIs, these non-pharmaceutical interventions happening in Florida. And I got to tell you guys, I can't believe it. Yahoo also said, absent these measures, hospitals, which already were overrun with patients in dire condition, would have fared even worse. During the debate, Florida's governor also bragged about opening the state's schools during the pandemic, referring to a nationwide decline in K-12 test scores in the aftermath of the pandemic. And he said, a lot of the problems that we've seen are because these lockdown states locked their kids out of school for a year and a half. That was wrong. I stood for our kids. Now, Yahoo News and the LA Times said that a couple of things about that. One, the governor of Florida, Ron, was just as quick as other governors, Democrats and Republicans, to shut down his state's schools at the start of the pandemic. He ordered them closed on April 18th, 2020 for the rest of the school year. However, he then ordered the schools reopened earlier than many other schools at the start of the 2020-2021 school year. However, that's what they said. He also forbade schools to require masks and even threatened to withhold pay and state funding from officials and districts that bucked at his orders. And how did that go? Well, they said that the cases among Florida children spiked, tripling compared with the pre-reopening period. Overall, Florida ranks 19th among the states in cases per 100,000 children. Its record is probably significantly worse since its figures cover only children up to the age of 14, and most other states count kids up to the age of 19. As we've reported, LA Times and Yahoo News, just want to make sure we're clear on that. The governor of Florida and his record on the pandemic is nothing short of tragic, is what they say. As of May, Florida's death rate as a result of the crisis, which was 411 per 100,000 population, was the 10th worst in the nation. About 88,000 residents compared to California with a rate of 259, which ranked 42nd. If Florida had California's death rate, about 32,000 Floridians would have been spared. Now, they label this group of folks as sycophants following behind the current governor of Florida and argue that Florida's pandemic death rate is an artifact of its demographics, since it has a high percentage of seniors who are notably vulnerable to the disease. But LA Times and Yahoo News, they say that won't wash. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, which have higher percentages of residents 65 and older, have much lower C-19 death rates. In any case, the Florida governor, Ron, always claimed that his pandemic approach was focused on protecting those most vulnerable seniors. And if so, he failed miserably at that task. At the debate, however, he did do his best to hold the viewers' attention, so they say. Most of the other 7 candidates on the stage tried to as well. And we're going to wrap this LA Times Yahoo News article up with, if you tune in to hear substance, you came to the wrong place. Now, I feel as though that is a jab at not only the candidates, but also the network that aired the debate. But what's the deal with Yahoo News and the LA Times? What's the deal with new lockdowns that are coming? Are lockdowns actually helpful in any way, or in fact harmful? Now, we're looking to prepare and protect ourselves from lockdowns and NPIs and non-pharmaceutical intervention and the whole sort, right? So we're getting the van prepped and ready to bug out when we have to. You guys may have seen that video on another channel where we actually went to the van and got it ready, or begun to get it, or we're beginning to get it ready so that we can hit the road. Fortunately, kind of like biding time and waiting for the whole diesel, gasoline, fuel contamination situation to be sorted out so we don't experience any hiccups. But let me know if there's anything else that we should be getting ready for. I honestly think that you guys always know best. And, oh, and have you seen these yet?